This edition of MacVoices is supported by Linode. You can build it on Linode. If it runs on Linux, it runs on Linode. Use the code MacVoices2019 at linode.com/MacVoices to get 20% off your first order. MacVoices is in Las Vegas for CES. I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, last year we had a really interesting visit with John Deere, of all companies, at CES. This year we're back again in their booth to talk to Joel about why they're back at CES. Joel, welcome. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us over here.
Well, it's always, first of all, it's always impressive when you walk up and see a piece of equipment in the show floor that is this one is not necessarily that big, but it's wide. But I wanted to make sure we stopped by here. The Connected Farmer got mentioned in the CES preview that I went to, and emphasizing technology in farming. And I think it's something a lot of us don't always appreciate, just how much technology is involved in farming and the difference it's making.
Yeah. First, we like to attract people in with the machine that we have here. So they see the machine, they come talk to us, and we can talk about the technology that's on it. For example, this has over 400 sensors on that, and we have to be able to get that data to the cloud. So we need a great connectivity solution to be able to get that data to the cloud. Just to go through some of the applications that we have here, on the front of the machine, we talk about the navigation. And this machine is really a self-driving robot. Through the combination of GPS, vision, and tactile sensors or feelers, we could drive this machine up and down the field and actually make a turn on the end of the field, all automatically. So the operator is in the cab to make sure that we're safeguarding the machine successfully. Then on the back of the machine, again, another robot where the purpose of this machine is to put fertilizer and chemicals down to nurture the plants. And again, that's all automatic, where as you're driving through the field, this is a 120-foot boom, and when you turn, the right side will really slow down, and the left side covers a lot of distance. So we have to dynamically adjust the pressure across that boom to make sure that we're getting equal coverage all the way around.
And those are the kind of little details that, yes, when you stop and think about them, they make sense. But otherwise, just like, yeah, the farmers are out spraying the fields. And in today's world, we know just what a little bit of variation can make in the productivity or the effectiveness of pesticides, or for that matter, just in the cost associated with treating those fields.
Yeah, the cost is high. The herbicide cost keeps going up. The fertilizer costs keep going up. But the commodity costs, or the commodity prices, are still the same that they were 50 years ago. So we do have to use technology to make the farmers more efficient so they can still stay profitable in their business.
So when you sell a farmer or an organization a machine like this, how much training is involved in using the technology that's on board?
Yeah, so our goal is to make it user-friendly. The technology complexity could continue to go up, but really the skill of the operator is a skilled operator is harder and harder to find by these farms. So our task is to make very complex technology easy to operate.
So I could learn to run this?
Absolutely. Again, it's self-driving. You get in there, the farm manager can set up the lines, you hit go, and they'll start driving for you. The boom, you send a prescription of what products you want where. As you're driving through the field, it'll adjust automatically. And then all of that data through our 4G Telemax connection will go back to our cloud, and the farm manager, even though he's not in the machine, could see exactly what's going on its iPad to ensure everything's performing correctly. Yeah, so in here we're in the cab of the sprayer, and in the sprayer there's really two different things that you're doing. One is you're monitoring the health of the machine and controlling the machine. So you have your steering wheel and the machine health display over here in the corner. Then there's all of this right here, and this is where this machine could be really complex. And before automation and some of the intelligence that we added, the operator had to know how to manage each one of these buttons independently. now through automation, we do a lot of this for them. So they get in, they hit go here, and the machine starts driving by itself, and they start spraying and applying the product that they need to as they go through the field. The customer still has full control of overriding anything that they may need to along the way, but they monitor all of the data on the display here while they're going through the field.
It's a very comfortable cab too. That, you know, nicer than some cars I've been in.
Yeah, so the seat, as an example, is heated and cooled. It has a massaging system in it, and it seems like overkill, but our farmers during the heat of the season, they're out here for 16 to 20 hours a day for 10 to 20 days straight, and we want to make them comfortable. The more comfortable we make them, the safer it is for them not only to operate that day, but for them to operate the machine over the long term.
Now, are you using? Forgive me, I didn't catch the brand name of your connectivity, but are you using GPS coordinates, or is this something different that is John Deere proprietary?
Yeah, we use a John Deere proprietary GPS system. So we call it the Starfire receiver. We're one of 3 companies that has a worldwide differential correction solution, and with that differential correction solution, we can get down to 2.5 centimeters accuracy dynamically through the field.
2.5 centimeters.
Yeah, that's 2.5 centimeters. So that sounds tight. That sounds like overkill. But when you're driving this big machine through the field, you want to make sure that you're not running over crop, and you're driving this within inches of the crop.
I had no idea you could be that precise with it.
Yeah, 18 miles an hour. If you do get off the road, you start to do a lot of damage fast.
Yeah. Yes, especially with a tire like this.
Yeah.
You know, what else should we know, and what else would you like people to know about connected farming and the farming of the future?
Yeah, so we're not stopping with the technology that we have. I talked about dynamically adjusting to get uniform coverage across the field, and we're now putting cameras and artificial intelligence on the boom. That way we don't have to spray the entire field. We could identify a weed and spray that weed with the herbicides that we need to neutralize it. So we're with that technology, we're seeing up to 90% chemical reductions on the fields.
Wow! So targeting the pesticide where it needs to be targeted and nowhere else.
Exactly.
Where can we send folks to learn more about not just the connected farming, but also all the John Deere products?
Yeah, johndeere.com. That has a full suite of our products and our services that we offer.
Well, congratulations, and thanks again for being here to help educate and inform us all. I think the next time we sit down to dinner, maybe we'll appreciate a little more of the tech that went into it.
Yeah, thank you, Chuck, and thank you for joining us at the John Deere booth.
We'll see you again maybe next year.
Sounds good.
Folks, we'll have more from CES and Las Vegas. You just never know what we're going to find. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices, or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.